Hello everyone, Dylan here. Today I'm going to be reading Shucks by Yorks Burns, based on SML movies, based on the SML movie Secret Door, written by originally Vance Valla. You might know them as the Shucks composer, as they said 6 hours ago. Full story, by the way. Let me just don't mind that. Don't mind that. I drove to the convenience store today. Grok. Wait, Grok? Wait a minute. Ain't that the AI? Never mind. On May 10th. on May 10th. On May 10th, 9:38 p.m. Marvin Winfrey, Rose Winfred, and 26 unnamed victims were found dead in a room that did not exist. The house sits at a model 945 square feet with 2 rooms, 1 bedroom that sat 768 square feet with a specific I can't read. Living room, which is of measurements and whatever not, connected to a dining room described as a listing on a website stating the second floor exists. There was no second floor. Existed. There is no second floor. The elaborate second floor, which is after some time resumed an elaborate attic on the first floor, connected to the door of the attic. Hold on, we gotta read this. This includes 786 feet by 170 by feet. I can't read today. Oh my god, it's like 2 a.m. By 181 feet square, resulting in a 949 square feet. Claimed on the website, there was a modeling interior size that composed of inches of hives, and the hallway was larger than stated in the listing, sitting at 7 at the farthest of them, too large to fit in a house. The interior measured might be an exaggeration measurements. What has been assumed to be wrapped flaws or flawed measurements, tools that did not last longer than days, that a day in a short impulse. Can we just get to this freaking thing? Rose and Winfred did not have the most experience in this film that existed indefinite, and explains this movie titled 18th Birthday, Jeffy's 18th Birthday, I think, finds itself right home where it's unexpected. The audience that find this film was curious who the seek of low quality shock content online, hoping that they would frighten and scare whoever saw to see it. Cheap clicks, but quickly gaining an audience through social media reactions, and that did not show what actually happened within the film. The film no longer circumcisions as non-existent work by that may or may not be produced or even recorded. A post fell under the radar of many, according to an antidote of this movie, which no longer exists. This long rambling of nonsensical reviews that summarizes the movie in a long form essay, celebrating instead of harsh communities and talentless communes to reactions describing this difficult story. This below is a transcript of written up anomalies by the author. Sorry. Darkness lifts the sun risen the frame. It burns in a blinding flame, and disturbing into a stubborn sky, a whip and a blare that provides the face Rose, Bobby, who screams at the camera with blue eyes. Her eyes pull out away in the wind. She seeks to answer. "Hey Marvin," says Rose. How do you work this thing?" A loud groan from where else. Then she holds on, facing the sky, and it faces into Marvin's hand, who adjusts his lens. You don't think, he squirms. You don't. You don't. He squirms at the camera and looks back at her. Why am I reading this? A wild picture replaces claustrophobic reveal. The Greatrix scene. The house Rose is described. She almost squeals. Brooklyn. Sure squeals. Brooklyn. A tall, tanned, toned man with poorly groomed ginger mustache and hair steps into the frame, blocking the house. Wearing a black. This is just recovering the. In a black shirt and baggy jeans, he turns, and the wind. He shrieks, "Hey Marvin!" said Brooklyn. "Get over here. Let's get a picture." Oh my god! Why am I reading this? And why is this 16 pages long? Marvin appears in frame, in pockets. His eyes filled with luminescence. He's bald in narrows and every spot saves for back of hair. For the back of his hair strains of jaws towards he has a common brown are we just describing we're just describing Marvin. I'm not. Absolutely ridiculous in compliance to Brooklyn. But it works with if he knows it does, and he nears. Brooklyn almost close enough to touch, and Rose's squealing voice calls. One more smile eagerly, and the others smile forcefully at the camera. Here comes the same nothing. Here comes the here out the same. I can't read today. Oh my god, this is sick. You know I'm recording, right? I'm not taking a photo. Oh my god, said Brooklyn, throwing his hands. You're a stank. Why can't you do anything right? Just telling us about that house already. Just tell us about that house already. Marvin, redirect the conversation either to a clear and binding Evanosity. Evanosity. No. Okay, enough. Is a primary of that exists between the with one in return. Hard cut. The camera swings in the direction of the wood floor. Blurred as Ukunga yawns away. It is not reservation information. They pass by a nice and the gauze as them, and they are wowed, but none of them actually mattered, because when they pass by the door out of the place, the camera stops and swings past Marvin, and some other figure that is not Brooklyn or him appears at the door. That's the birthday boy. Where is that? Jeffy asked. Can I go in? Almost desperate. Brooklyn. This is just a recap. This is a recap of an episode. I forgot what it's called, but Brooklyn guy swings the camera, following his position as he stops, standing to the door. You can't, birthday boy. The subject of the film. You can't. Cause it's my room. Mine. I locked it. See? Only I got the master key. Yeah. But there's no lock, Rose said. How will we get in? Brooklyn guy's eyes shift as they burn with anger and rage. Just do. The tour continues. There is nothing of note. Marvin, indefinite, the man of the house. He watches as he waits for, and anything directs him. Okay. But at this point, I'm just reading off AI generated slop for you guys, cause I'm bored, and I get to read this shit for free. Anyway, might be query. He finds the door oddly and disturbs him, even if he's truly cared about in what is in it. He can't fill the door with the gaps, and even if anything else concerns him, he can just be comfortless. Brooklyn is never out of the room, but he never sees in the room either. Rose then introduces Norma's lead to a paradox. She is a stupid and centered, but is aware. The camera angles at Jeffy, watching television as he watching the thing clearly benefit his age bracket. Evidence of the shows. He knows Rose doesn't even know anything better who to watch with him. The camera dancing. Is this where Irida shows up? Rose definitely doesn't know better. Last longer than needed until Marvin and Joe's kissing Rose on the cheek, and she giggles as the camera faces Marvin. Why do you still have that camera? He asked. I don't know. I kinda like it. Like, you remember everything with it? That's Brooklyn guy begins to pause. Brooklyn guy Marvin begins to pause his words, filled with confusion, almost mocking. The corpse is mocking me. Anyway, but can't bring himself to truly hate the idea. That's a smart, kind of. That's smart, kind of. I mean, you have to get rid of it eventually. Sure. Rose said, "I'm fine with that." The conversation falls silent. There is noise either way. The television interests. By ridiculous is the camera facing Marvin, and faces concerned into a multitude of wacky expressions. Thinking until finally his thoughts were needed to say something. Hard cut again. He is lying in bed, the camera facing him. He turns his head, that motion of waiting for Castro. We gotta get Jeffy a present. He said his birthday is soon. Pause. Sure, honey, replied Rose. But what are we gonna get for him? Let's get him the room Brooklyn's. But he said not to go in there. This is where the Shucks comes in. Phew. Who would care, he thinks. I do. Sure. He's not the nicest guy, but he's smart enough to understand leaving around our room. This is a good space. It's a good spare. If he's not using it, and he doesn't want us to tear it down. But he's nice to you. Yeah, it's true. He's mean to me. You're not a child, Rose. Just tell him to buzz off or something. Yeah. The conversation lasts for a very long time. For far too long. It's filled with drumming and dreaming of the future things. I do not want to hear, read, or see. The film filled with driven such as it that doesn't do anything after a minute of humanizing these characters. It is too human. This is no payoff from a long period of time. Endless build up and unedited global glamours of liberal. I have to cut off the aggressive. So this conversation ends here like this. Thanks, sweetie. Hard cut to swing the camera once again in someone else's house. Obviously, it wasn't by Marvin or Rose's, and it became very clear when the camera shifted towards a beautiful kitchen. What you cooking, babe? Oh, this is Brooklyn guy's house. Brooklyn's wife, Boy, Brooklyn guy asked his wife, standing over the stove. A roast, she replied. It's almost done. Cool. How is the house going for them? You know, Marvin and Rose. Brooklyn guy sets down his camera. The Brooklyn guy sets the camera down, now facing his arms and hands, changing many inversions of blah blah. I can't say that. It's going fine. He begins. One thing I don't like. Yeah. one thing I don't like, yeah, is that they keep asking me about my room. I mean, yeah, it's an empty storage room. It's called my room. And so they would stay out, but the storage room is empty for a reason. It's just a stupid one. Stupid. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, it's a stupid favor, but they still wanna know. Well, she said, you should be honest with them. It's an empty room and a bad one by your administration, right? So just tell them. I don't want them. I like Marvin, cause he'll understand. He and his wife and kid, they don't understand anything. They both slow in hands, retards. Hey, no way. Retards? Don't say that, Brookie. What? They're slow, dumb in the head, Down syndrome, retards. Why am I reading this? That's why they don't listen. They don't think. They speak those weird voices. What's up with that anyway? Sounds of the oven being opened. The roast is being removed. They don't understand squirm. They think they know right. They think they know what's right to own. This and that and the third. This and that and the third of their education thought of them otherwise. Everything handled like on a silver platter. You're uneducated enough. You're uneducated enough. You can do anything. Marvin's wife is rich, obviously. I can tell. She definitely got tricked. I wish Marvin would have found someone better. Damn. Someone smarter like me, like you, obvious. Damn. Roast is ready, she said, passing over his comment. There's leftover veggies in the fridge. I go out and work. I save lives. What does she do? She just sits around the house wearing pajamas? Really? Come on. You don't think that's a little weird? With the star and a moon? Nothing with astrology, obviously. But I always see her on the couch 24/7. Every time I come and check up on them, you're like, you want some water, Brookie? Sure. He says with real. She's a freeloader, man. A freeloader. What? Why should I? Good observation. Deep breath, Brookie. Wife says. Karen, obviously, directs the camera towards the further of sight. Remember. Yeah. Temporary discharge of an Aladas. I know. I'm sorry, honey. It's just an influctuations me a bit. I'ma be kind. A glass of water is sat down. She takes a sip and it vanishes. I just want to be okay. Because all of them left me before for the stupid reason. I don't want to wager. I don't want dumb people to make it hard to manage to mountain what I gave them. He drank, clanks onto the table. The chair grinds against the earth and its nails scratches on chalkboard as he raises a platter against each other on the cabinets closed from on high. It is not a view and not longer in view. And he is a non-fictional character. This guy's stupid things. Biting on things, anything stupid. Okay, I think we get it. Drip from my fingers. Blood. Whoa, I didn't read all that again. He is a non-special thing, stupid guy. Stupid things. Little things, silly things, nibbling things, biting things, anything and everything. Everything, all things. That that then lasts a lifetime. It's stupid. Yes, stupid. You're stupid. I'm stupid. You're all stupid. We're all watching. We're all watching and watching for anything to happen again and again. I'm tired of waiting. There's no violence, no gore, no play, no work, and I'm wondering why I'm even watching this. This sucks, and I know it does. And I think even whoever filmed this does, so it could cut to drip, 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 drip down a finger, blood that oozing down his managed wounds. Well, when did you get to this? Filling the sink with crimson. Nobody reacts. Nobody says anything. Nobody has, because it's different. Period. It's a different period. The roast existing. Drip, drip, drip. There's still blood and heavy breathing across it. The steady steam. The camera trains on almost factual fetishizing in a natural vortex of which desire reaches its instinct. It's because it becomes clear to the audience, to the people, what they want, and almost there is taken by aggression turns. Well, a car does. Interest rates over 30. I'm lying. This is just your average BMW. Well, what is this story? Symphonies of the innocent and of the patience. It's almost impossible to exclude it. Rides up and down the hallway. It follows an impactor without another person to film. Across the pass of the old fence and wiring. Meshy footage here. Slobbers work. A door opens. Lies alone. Opened into a house angled at a curve. Then it cuts to bare feet. Then it pants Rose's smiling face in front of the shining sun, luminescing at her gorgeous features. Is this just about Rose? Cause I'm here for the Rose love, man. Carefree expression. She can't stop smiling. She begins to giggle and laugh. The camera shifts to Marvin, who can't bring himself to squirt anything as a smile. A Jiffy, saying a ridiculous swear words over a video game that urges Marvin to immediately yell, "Hey!" and pushes his son at the attic, starting all over again. Rose continues to smile, sits and smiles. The sun continues to shine. I heard about it, Brooklyn said. No matter factly, passing the ridiculous as truth. Hillary Clinton, her face, like she does something to those kids and fucked up her face. Leatherface. Yeah, I've heard about it. What? Joe Biden's a werewolf too. See, his face, hairy eyes, barely makes sense because in the Congress is a monster. What are we talking about? Bro, half of this doesn't make sense. An unmodern creature of the man, it's fucked. I mean, we can prove it's valuable truth, but you wanna know what it isn't? The dinosaur is kind of, I'm pretty religious. I don't think dinosaurs exist. At least not extend we know of. I mean, they like Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot. Marvin. Like the guy who wasn't in Lost in the Wild. You don't know anything. Then they're sitting in the lawn chair. A fireplace crackling filled the face with lights. With a life. A can of brisk light squeezes in Brooklyn's hand. They don't face each other. I would be the Lost in the Wild. Nah, I don't think so. Look, it's like Marvin. The conversation dies in the moment, and the camera whips to Rose, walking out, giving a groove in her face. Growing monstrously, growing hateful, built up over from years of anger, years of resentment, years of hate built deep down in his soul for the woman, the weak woman, the dumb and flipping the page and always reread the story of Genesis over and over again. Genesis? Are we talking about the Bible? Oh my god, he is ashamed the woman Eve. Yes, I'm for being a dumb. Wow, who admits herself to betray the masculine. Again, it creates a distortion tone. Here's the film that begins to show its return in the sink from when the roast was long eaten, setting and dripping, drip down the fingers, blood oozing down the mantle, straight down the field, the sink with crimson. It's still blood and heavy. Breathing wait, isn't this like a repeat? This is like a repeat of the thing. The camera trains on fetishizing nature of all wicked reveals in the instincts. It's because clear to the audience people what they want. I've been losing muscle. John, who the freak is John? Is this evil John? I don't understand. The doctor. Is this Jonathan? The doctor's pace the room and sit in the chair. He squirts, reading at the computer and looks down. Muscles anatomy. The doctor replies, "In action. Have you been working out?" "No. Oh, I've been." John stumbles on his word, skewing around the point. "Out of a job. I'm kind of retired." That shouldn't mean you're gonna get your health. I've been busy managing things so I can come in often. Silence humble of the AC. And then typing click clack clack clack. The doctor is looking active. You wanna give me a room? You want me to give a room, right? I'll give you more. Okay. You wanted to give him a room, the room, right? Let's give him the room. You won't give Jeffy the room. Yeah, doesn't seem bad at all. He might get mad. You said. It won't matter. He can't revoke the house. He's not the landlord. Well, he gave it to us. But still paying the mortgage. But we still pay the mortgage. We still utilize the bills. Everything is ours. We fixed it. What were we talking about, Brooklyn, a few nights ago? Man stuff? Like what? Man stuff? Well, forgive me, sarcastically, for being curious. Ugh, fine. Just bring some strange stuff. Political stuff? He says about sitting scenarios and stuff being, well, not human. When you came out, you changed. He was angry. Yeah. Conversation stopped when you left. We sat. It was uncomfortable, but it moves along. Oh my god, it moves along now. Now, I can't stand this. The movie keeps showing this moment. The sink. It's not doing anything. It's not paying off. Cleavish's gun, please work. Clapwash's gun, please work. Please, grudges across the damn field and fire your bullet for real. Pay off, please. John hovers over the sink. Who the freak is John? Blood drips down from. Not just his face, drip from his face. His lips and teeth are leaned over his white resting face, blood filled with white sink until it was crimson, beating red crimson like a beating heart. But he's not ready. He was horrified at himself, horrified at everything. But he found himself excited that he was mobile again. He was mobile. He was like a car. Aggressively turning, swerving, swerving. He caught himself. Because of his dad. John Shucks. Somewhere he said, "Shucks, son." This is absolute cinema, and we are on 9 pages of this shit. Brooklyn old guy said, brings up his son in close. We are all a part of world of this world. I think. Yeah, it's a smart idea, right? He had a father, and I mean nobody. Nobody's low budget film, but not the straw. Just the ratio of becomes 3. Whoa. What are we talking about? Angle sizes, bro. What the hell? And the letterbox rises. Only the lowest of the dominated frame, which changes to his wide shot, and he drags the corpse into the house. This is like the first victim, I'm assuming. Describe the corpse from the room. Then the frame changes to a thing that fits the stairs. When he goes down the stairs like this, bang, 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 they'll take you. Okay, it's good now. Through the garbage and into the backyard. He grabs a shovel and tries to dig, but the soil is not good enough. This is it. It won't be. So he thinks. He certainly does until climbing to my face. Is this a reference to V1? This is a reference to V1. And he remembers what he can do. It is a simple trick. He uses his key to unlock Marvin's house and it is forced the body into the place that. Oh, this is where he stores the body. Oh god, this is based on the description. Oh, this is dead ass. This whole thing is just describing him carrying the body. Oh. I'll make you pay and obey. I'll make them repay and obey. He snorts. I will. He'll open this door. His voice. 25 of them. He smiles. This is does evil things guy. He enters the room and closes the door behind him and clicks. The house smells like the feces. Marvin points out the front door and lets out the air. And Rose coughs out the stand to Jeffy in. When did this happen, Marvin? How would I know? Hey, John, he said in a deep voice, walking in center. No, he's not the best hider. What you doing? Marvin turns when he was walking. It smelled like a hospital. I'm airing out the house before the big day. And what is this supposed to be? Rose claims, in Jeffy's birthday. John groans. Yeah, okay, happy birthday, Jeff. So I gotta go. I gotta go and get stuff at the store? Call me when anything weird happens. He sorts off his pockets. I'm literally reading this and I still don't say it. Oh, okay, we just get to the part where it's just bodies. Moments away, you can see it in the window. The camera aligns so awkwardly. His face is almost heard, and the phone is louder. Yellow? Brooklyn. Marvin yells, "Jump quickly! There's bodies." What bodies? What are you? We opened the door and we opened it. There were bodies. It can't be right. Bodies? It's empty. Just come back. Yeah. I'm just gonna do my own. I'm gonna go my way. Did you call the cops? Did Jeffy see it? We are about to. And no, we did not send him off. Just get back. Fuck, man. Fuck. He said, I'm hanging. I'll call you back. The phone hangs up. Fuck. A hard cut somewhere. The camera lands in carbon monoxide. Well, we're on 11 pages. Should I just finish this whole thing? Cause like, I don't know if I want to finish this whole thing. This is just describing the whole entire Shucks thing, and I like Shucks, but me reading this for the last 36 hours is interesting for me. Okay, I'll let you guys decide if I want to finish this or not, cause this is just a replay of Shucks and the SML thing. So let me know if you want me to finish this. So bye.